Hello, Lonnie. Hello, Callum. Alrighty. So, seems to be an issue with inviting, I think, Gandalf at the moment. If somebody has him in his friends list, please just send him an invite and we can start. I don't have him in my friends list, sadly. Pork, no. Or does Gandalf have a different name? Flacco, Tuck, Matt. Hello, Windsword. I remembered. You should be Windsword, yeah. No, he's not here. Can invite Agolf. That would be fun. Ages ago, I think he raced here. No, I can't find him. He's not on my friends list. Unless he's Pooh Face. No, that's Bashman. Oh, obviously it was Bashman. For some reason I can't find him. So, can everybody hear me? Probably. I hope so. I guess.
Hello, Callum.
Yeah. People can hear me. Good. Alrighty. So, since Grim Sleeper's still not racing in this division anymore, we now have a close championship battle between Brent and Basson. And Dental. If Dental could theoretically get back in it if Brent and Basson DNF tonight. But considering their consistency, it's highly unlikely. 10 points between them. Hello, Basson. So, yeah. Brent is a very consistent guy. Finishes around the... I think, except for Monza, he finishes around the top 5 every single race. Monza he won, but like he's somewhere around like 3rd or 5th every single race. Well, Basson just refuses to qualify, and then has an absolute blistering race performance, which is always weird to watch. But that's mostly down to him just being a ginger. But yeah, no. Last week he obviously also performed really well with Superior, I think, receiving a penalty. So I think he actually finished 2nd, if I'm not mistaken. Hello, Deaf Zombie. No, that's not racist, Basson. Nah. Where did you actually finish? I think you finished 2nd after the penalties, did you? Yeah, you did finish 2nd. He did finish 2nd. But yeah, other than that, I think it's nothing really surprising anymore with Basson averaging like 8 positions gained every single race. So the most likely thing happening today is Basson qualifies somewhere between 12th and 15th, and then finishes 3rd. That's like the most likely thing to happen. Watch him qualify 11th and finishing 4th. Just my prediction. It's just so my prediction doesn't work. But in general, like he just doesn't qualify. Mainly down to him just never really practicing, and he then uses qualifying as practice, and yeah, just gets better throughout the race. Oh my fucking god! You guys might need a boat. It is soaking. It's not even wet. This is no. I don't pick on Basson, but it's just generally his qualifying is just nowhere near his race pace. That's like a genuine thing. It is. It doesn't mean Basson would agree that his qualifying pace is nowhere near his race pace. Unless if he doesn't agree, he just doesn't know the truth. Maybe he's just deluded. But yeah, no, he doesn't get into incidents a lot. He's just consistent throughout with his race pace, which makes him into the position where he is currently for the championship. Haytham, the first one being out. I hope he has, like, I don't know, like some just might as well get a rowboat out. Fucking hell, it's wet. Who thrived last time in the wet? I don't know who it was. Definitely not Basson, though. Who thrived in the wet? Oh, Rattigan. Rattigan thrived in the wet. Yeah, forgot about him. It's just weird seeing him in a Red Bull and not in a Mercedes. Oh yeah, I could look at the constructors as well. What's the constructors looking like in this tier? So we have P1 356 points Ferrari, P2 Williams 354, P3 Aston Martin 347, and Red Bull 333 before Haas 331, Alpine 308, and then there's a bigger gap to Mercedes with 277. So the top 6 are within 50 points to each other, and the top 3, 9. So yeah, constructors-wise, is also really important, since Gandalf kind of lost the connection to the top boys for the championship, but Taylor Danny has been a really consistent driver throughout the season, so they could actually snag the constructors title. Yeah, Williams, Aston Martin today losing Superi, probably not going to help, but yeah, Ferrari with Lani, who's also not the greatest qualifier, but randomly has a really good race performance. Also could get some very crucial points today for the constructors title. Who's won multiple races? Bailey won 2. Dental won 2. And then it's Brent, Dev, Superior, and Gandalf. So it's pretty spread out who won races so far. Basson so far didn't win a single race, and it's in the lead of the championship. So Gandalf's lap time so far is valid. We will see where we qualify. So I think in Masters it was like a 14 or 15 in the dry. But considering how wet it is, don't think we're going to see anything remotely close to this. Well, Taladani's not going to beat Hazel's time. Bob Ross. Bob Ross Racing. Interesting. Let's see what Ratibus does. Burnerboy goes first with 33.1. Callum was at 34.1. 32.4 by Dave. Rattigan goes the alternative route. Gandalf was at 42.8. Jesus Christ. Ratigan goes 5th with that mistake. Crazy. But Dave is first. His wheel disconnected last week. That was a bit brutal to watch. Now he goes 7th. What's Basson doing? Basson's on Inters. What the fuck, Basson? Why are you on Inters? 33.5. Pavement goes to 32.3. Yeah, I would say generally that the wets are currently still quicker, considering the amount of rain. Let's see what Ratigan is doing. Is he gonna go into the pit lane? Or is he gonna finish his run? No, he's gonna go into the pit lane. That's what he's all doing. Also going back into the pit lane. Gandalf is 8 seconds up. No, he finishes lap 8 seconds up. He's not doing a lot. Callum might be on a lot. Huh? 3/10 up. Well, with Callum's current run, he could go into the high 32s, so if he gets like 2 more attempts out of the last sector. 32.3 by Taladani. $32.5. That's a good run by Callum. So we're hitting the crossover period, where the line has been dried up enough so the inters are usable. $31.6 by the Faithful on the wets. Gandalf's 1.5 seconds up. He might also go into the 31s with a good last sector. $31.3 by Gandalf. That's a really good run. Callum improves by 2/10. Well, 31's on. 7-10s, fucking hell. Yeah, we'll see what he can get out of that last sector here. But he should go around P3, if not higher. Yeah. P3 for Callum. Pretty good run. Burner Boy goes 4th. Dave's still on wets. What's Basson doing? Invalidating. Good to know. .1 by Bob Ross. Didn't know he was that rapid. Fastest paint on track. And 1708. That's pretty decent second sector. Goes a bit deep. What the fuck are you doing, Basson? Oh my god. Oh, Chris. That's just rage bait. It's not even him trying to do a genuine lap, that's just genuine rage bait. .174. He's 5 tenths slower than Basson was a second ago. Very tight entry there for that happen. Woodsword goes 3rd. 31.5. But considering Basson was like 5 tenths up compared to your boy Dev, that would have been in the fucking 30s. Jesus Christ, Basson. Brent didn't really improve there. Callum's on an out. Callum Haytham's on an outlet. Is anyone on a run? Brent maybe. Brent up by 2.5 tenths. I mean, he needs to gain a lot to be in a good position for this race. But also this track is a very chaotic turn one. So yeah, we'll see how bad it gets. .70. That's a very good second to second sector. He's going to be in the 30s. Question is, how low in the 30s is he going to be? Is it enough to get Gandalf? It looks like a decent last sector, a bit wide there on the entry. But it's a 30.7. Basson ever going to come out the fucking pit lane? Yes, he is. There he comes. Taladani now 3rd. 30.9. And Def Zombie. No one's about to finish the. Oh, Gandalf locks up and goes straight on. Almost hits the wall there. Oh, he lost his wing. Oh, that's not too good. He probably can get him back out. Oh, even though no, it's a minute he has. That's going to be very, very short, and I think he might even not make it. Might not even make it. With just a minute left for him to get in and back out. Yeah. Unlikely. Guess everybody's just preparing for their last run. .4 by your boy Dev. Taladani now on the fast lap. Bob Ross on the fast lap. Haytham got to go onto a fast lap in a second. Callum, I think, is on a fast lap. What's Callum going to do? 30.2 goes on pole by 1,000 of a second. That's a very good run. Gandalf won't make it out of the pit lane again. That's why he retired. Lani won't improve. He's going to wait for the next run. Maybe Psycho is on pole. What's Werner Boy going to do? 30.5. Really Psycho now in sector 2. Got a car in front of him. Yeah. We're just going to call that stuff up. Bob Ross goes below the 30s at 29.9. Taladani is at 29.9. 8/10 slower. Brent does a 30.5. Basson does a 7.1. That's going to be a high 30. Dave does a 29.3. Fucking hell, where's that come from? Basson won't make it across the line for a second run. See what he can produce here. If he actually finishes P11, I'm pissed. And Windsword goes fourth. And Rattigan and Lani are still on a run. Rattigan needs to gain a lot. What's he doing in sector 2? 7.6. That is rough. Goes 14 for now. There's a 31.4. Lani invalidates, and Basson is 12th. I said he's going to start somewhere between 12 and 15, though, so I'm not surprised. Bob Ross has nothing. Is Brent shaking one up? No. So, Basson finished qualifying between 12th and 15th. That's completely unexpected from my side. It's not like I said it in the first 3 minutes of the stream. And well, so we have the Ferraris in the bottom 4 again. Watch them somehow finish in the top 4, as every week. Brent with a decent qualifying in P8, so it's a lot possible from there, but still, very chaotic turn 1. Dave, a blistering lap of a 29.3, by far the biggest gap we've seen on the grid here. But yeah, he's probably just very good in the rain. Yeah, that's quality. So, Dave on pole by 6 tenths to Callum. Callum and Bob Ross. So, there's not a big gap to anyone after that. We have like just a bit of a group forming with Callum to Gandalf. It's like 3 tenths. And then we have Brent to Basson, which is 3 tenths. Now 4. And then we have Hatham to Larney, which is also like 4 tenths. So we just have like a few groups forming, but in general, pretty close qualifying altogether. And yeah, very chaotic first corner. It's going to be interesting to see what actually happens since it's dry now. And yeah, track-wise, I would say it's probably tire-wise a bit tricky since the rear tires just tend to overheat after like 3 to 4 laps. So we're going to see probably a lot of spins. Then we have tire wear-wise, I wouldn't say it's crazy. Fuel-wise, you're just going to finish with like 5 laps over anyway. You can't do anything against it. For some reason, this track doesn't need any fuel whatsoever. You could start like with generally like 27 laps of fuel, and you're still going to finish this race. And yeah, well, tire strategy-wise, I mean, medium hard or medium hard. It's like generally pretty straightforward here. The hards are just not feeling the greatest around this track. The mediums feel good for about 2 laps. So it's generally just very slippy around this track. And yeah, very tricky first corner. Very tricky first couple of corners. There's probably going to be some chaos. So, we have someone on softs. For some reason, every week we have someone on softs. There's Andre. Pretty much everybody on mediums, except for 4 cars. Andre on softs, Death Zombie, Windsword, and your boy Ev on hards. So, I don't know how big the pay split is between mediums and hards. But there's now obviously going to be the risk of your boy Dev losing the train to Tyler Danny and the top 4 just run away for a long time. And it takes a few laps for the hards to actually catch them back in. But, yeah. That is not going to be too crazy. Yeah, Andre with the softs is going to be interesting. So it's very aggressive on this thing, in my opinion. Nice formation up. It's like 10% tire wear on just that one lap. Everybody just goes a bit wide here. Yeah, it takes ages. It's going to be interesting to see if Dave is actually going to be first into the first corner. Whatever Callum's in. Interesting parking. Look how sideways he's standing. Jesus. Vincent's almost completely out of his pit box. Metropolitan Car Park. Alright, it is. Lights out and away we go. Callum gets a good start, but not better than Dave. Dave is gone. For now, Callum goes into the slipstreams now alongside. Can he make the move stick into the first corner? Windsword's completely off the track, and Andre is completely off the track. No yellow flags for now. But there's people very far off the track. Oh boy. Oh, that's chaos. But it seems like no crazy collision has happened. Okay, no death for now. But yeah, except for Bob Ross dropping 6 positions. Your boy Death is already on the verge of losing DRS. And there is a yellow flag, and that is Bob Ross. And Brent! Brent is round! Oh, that is massive for Basson. And Bob Ross lets him go. Bob Ross has completely lost the front wing. And Basson's in the pit lane. Basson also lost his wing. The 2 championship leaders are in the pit lane. Oh no, Brent kept going, but the champion... What on earth is going on? What happened? He did have front wing damage after I watched him into the first corner. Definitely happened in the last championship year. Shit houses, yeah. Welcome, Dale. Well, no, seems no Brent stayed out, but jeez. Yeah, Callum in the lead now. They've lost the position. But yeah, your boy Dev is fighting for dear life to stay in DRS. As expected. Rona Boy is the first one to get a 3-second penalty. He didn't even finish the second lap. But your boy Def doesn't make it into DRS, and Dave also doesn't make it into DRS. Taylor Denny does though. Gandalf cannot make the move. Can Rattigan. So the top 4 decided to evenly spread out. Good from them. Baston in 14th, Brent in 15th. I mean, as you can see currently, Rattigan is 10th. Already gained 4 positions, while your boy Def is 4th. So in general I would say that Rattigan is still getting carried by a team. But does he have the quality to actually fight for something in this division? Definitely. But he just never gets his fucking shit together. Yeah. Well. And Gandalf goes for the move down the inside into turn 1 against Windsword. Forces him a bit wide here, no contact here, now there's some contact. But he didn't force him, why? And... yeah, Windsword is also going to get attacked by Hatham now. Hatham gets through. And Bob Ross was the fastest up for now. Dave is now back into the DRS of Callum. And your boy Death just fought his way back into Taylor Danny DRS. But Taylor Danny, can he get back into the rest of Dave? Not really. Basson is catching the field, vulnerable with another 3 seconds. Thanks, Dale. I thought you're moving houses. Why are you completely naked, mate? Things you want to hear in the stream. Taylor Danny gets overtaken by your boy Dev. Your boy Dev goes a bit deep there, but stays fine there. Haytham is dropping a masterclass so far. Fucking hell. P8 already. Bro is moving. Windsor, can he get past here? No, he cannot. Why did you take your time? Why did you take your pants off? Well, because my balls are hot. Probably Dale. Blimey, pitted. So it's now behind Basson as well. Dave goes past Callum. Dave enters the stadium section sideways, very professional drift there. Callum just completely cuts the track. What the fuck is he doing? And your boy Dev is probably realizing that the regions are starting to drop a bit. Larry now with another penalty, and there's contact between Dave and Callum, and your boy Dev goes around the outside. Can he get both down into the very sharp left-hander? He can. He goes a bit deep there, but Callum does not get enough of a run for a switchback, and your boy Dev overtakes both Dave and Callum in one lap. Yeah, Dev is moving. And Dev is already out of DRS. Dev is fucking gone. He's moving. Oh, Callum with another mistake on the entry of the stadium section. Yeah, Dev is out of DRS. He actually made it. And now Dave is going to attack Callum again. And try to get back into the DRS of your boy Dev. That's now 12. What times is Basson doing? 20.4. Probably quicker than the medium runners. There's contact between Gandalf and Callum, I think. Well, Atigan is crawling his way up, now 9th. Thanks, Dale. I'm not reading that out. Callum Pitts. Does he have wing damage? Nope. But Basson's also getting in. So there's still somewhat a lot behind them. Still doing 20.4s. So we're still doing decent times. Windsword goes at 5 with the windsword. That's a nice switchback if you can get the move done. Sticks his nose in here. But that should be a better run for Taylor. Danny. And he stays ahead for now. Yeah, probably. Hatham's done! Hatham hit the wall! Oh my god, he's in the middle of the track. That is a safety car. Jesus Christ. That's a very dangerous place to be in. Well, Callum's gonna be fuming. Callum is gonna be... Gandalf gets 10 seconds on the safety car conditions. Crazy. Brent gets 10 seconds. Guys, it's a safety car! Well, Basson, if he has a second hard, he might just go into the hard and then pick another medium at the end, but in general, it doesn't really make much sense pitting. So, I think Callum lost like 4 positions because of that safety car. Because he wanted to undercut. Your boy Dev on his second hard. Lani gets 3 seconds under the safety car. Well, all depends under the safety car. So we have Dev Zombie and Dave on mediums. Dave on his second medium. He has to do them until probably lap 20. And then he does 16 laps on hards, probably, roundabout. That's what I would say. But yeah, I don't know the optimal tire life for Mexico. But I don't think it is optimal to finish from here on the hard. I don't think you can make it. If Brent goes into the pit lane again to get rid of his 10-second penalty. Just want to point out that his car was touched by his engineers. So that penalty wasn't properly served, but anyways, whatever Dave is doing to his poor gearbox, so quick tire choice is pretty uninteresting for now. Penalty wise, we have 2 people already on 6 seconds. We're in the boy and Lani. Gandalf's still on 10 seconds then. And yeah. There's no one crazy so far with positions gained. Andre in the pit lane. Getting a medium tire. Sure. Unless something ridiculous happens, the safety car will come on this lap. And we can go back to racing. There it is, your boy Dev leading the pack. So, are people remaining single file? There's a pile up at the back. Oh, your boy Dev is gone. Dave is behind him and probably got the best restart. Gandalf kind of slept it. And Callum is overtaking Verna Boy. And Lani semi-slept from the restart. Dave is very close here. Already in with his nose, going for the move. And there's no contact here. And that's a good move. Now that's on his rush again. Oh. Batson gets a lot of dirt here. That's the sector. Dave is gone for now. Gandalf. What's going on with Gandalf? Safety car? Heavy collision caused by Andre with Bob Ross. What? Brent has lost an entire What the fuck is going on? He's done a 22.4 out of nowhere. Which is a lot slower than his average. 10 seconds left. What the fuck? I don't get what happened. Genuinely don't get it. Is anyone gonna pit? No. Oh well, no. Gandalf goes. Burner Boy goes. Burner Boy retired in the pit lane. Bob Ross retired in the pit lane. Both Mercedes retired in the pit. That is interesting. Interesting. Both Mercedes retire on the same lap. Give me a second. Populous also left the session now. Now it's only 12th. Rain in 10 to 15 minutes. Thank you, Callum. Well, yeah, happens. But to be fair, if you don't have any tires left, I totally get why you retire. But yeah, this track is hard on penalties, even though I'm pretty impressed that we don't see that many so far. But yeah, Dave is looking very strong at the moment. So Baston just stays on his ards until they eventually die. Cool. But to be fair, now with the second safety car, you can take off like 5 laps already, so probably these tires are still pretty decent. Might as well just doesn't have to stop until the rain comes. So, this lot probably. Switch car will come in. So, is there going to be anything crazier happening now, or? Andre on his 4th pit stop. Crazy. crazy. But yeah, Dave now. Dave's turn now to make a good restart. How many people can actually stay single file? Well, that McLaren can't. Anybody else not staying single file? Well, these two in the back there, that they can stay single file. Crazy. Such a simple rule. Oh my god. I almost witnessed a murder. So, Rattigan has fallen asleep in the middle of Sector 3. Who's now 1.3 seconds off Car of Andre has passed nearly Psycho. And Lani is also falling asleep in the restart. Dave had a really good restart because your boy Def is also almost gone. And Windsword is hanging on to that DRS with his dear life. Where's that massive gap coming from? Oh, Rettigan. All aboard the Rettibus. Oh, Gandalf forces Lani right there. Bit much of contact there. And that ultimately forces Lani out of DRS. Does Rattigan have damage? No. Gandalf now on the inside here. Can he make a move? No, he can't. And now Andre slipping through here. And he stays ahead for now. Dave is shooting. Dev is trying his best and Windsword can't keep up. Callum is now on the back of Windsword. Can he make anything happen from here? Probably not. Callum will overtake Windsword now. Dave is getting passed by Dev. And Andre gets past Lani. Gandalf and Lani are going at it. Lani gets another 3 seconds. And Brent is just stuck in traffic. Gandalf gets a good run out of the last corner, will probably now overtake Lani. Brent, who's not too far behind, might actually get the move done as well on the second straight. Can Bastion get past? No. Can Brent get past? No, he can't as well. That's a lot. Much of traffic over there. Unless Rattigan magically closes the gap to Death Zombie, he will get overtaken by Bastion on his straight here. Brent overtook Lani by now and already dropped her out of DRS. But as it currently stands, Mercedes will be out of the Constructors' Championship. And kind of dropped it. Don't rejoin stupidly, but yeah, he rejoins properly. Yeah, but getting a bit dull. Callum now past Dave. Callum was a really good race so far. Andre now past Basson. Basson's tyres are probably a bit aged by now. Andre also gets past Death Zombie. Rattigan's also past Death Zombie. I didn't even realise. Rattigan's also having a decent race so far. Basson also gets past Death Zombie here. And it's now Brent trying to follow through. Death Zombie stays ahead for now. But Brent is basically pushing him through the corner. Gandalf now goes for a move against Nearly Psycho. And he sticks it and oh! Almost sends the shadow room there. Dave goes for a move down the inside. The left-hander Dave loses it under braking. It goes off the track as Callum gets back through here. Jesus. Brent, Death Zombie and Gandalf very close together. Oh! And I think Brent had contact with Death Zombie there. Glad that Death Zombie is still going, but that looked brutal. Yeah, he can continue, but his front wing is heavily damaged. That was a brutal impact. Can't believe he's still going. Definitely now left the pit exit. Dave dropped it. Oh! He's almost out. My god. And this is what I mean with the tires overheating. What a brutal fly-off that was. Callum lost a decent amount of time. What happened? Was there also contact and I didn't see it? Probably. Hassan has no battery at all. It's going to give Gandalf the opportunity to attack. As Gandalf now gets past Basson. Now the two championship rivals are next to each other on track. But it looks like it's about to rain as well. Let's see if we can get some maneuvers in before the rain comes. Taylor Danny in the pit lane. Does he have a puncture? No. He just normally pits. That's probably on the verge of a puncture as well. No, 26 laps on these tires. I mean, let's say they don't look great anymore. And they struggle with his rear. As Brent gets closer and closer. And Basson just prays that the rain starts. And Brent, there's contact once more. And Andre goes off the track. Ugh. As Andre is now in the pit lane. Getting a new set of tires. Well, we've seen a fair share of contact now in the last few laps. One day Basson's going to start saving the OS. Brent also received a 3-second penalty now. Basson just completely lost Brent in one lap. As Rattigan is now catching Gandalf. And your boy Dev kind of racing his own race. Well, Gandalf is now closing in on Windsword. Just a bit too fast right out at this point. But it's starting to rain. Hey. Basson's call for rain got answered. His tires do not look great. I would go with that for now. Gandalf is in 3 seconds. The question is, are we going to see people entering the pit lane? I mean, this is way too early for pitting for intermediates. But with only 6 laps to go. 7. There might be some people that won't even pit at all. So Boydef goes in. And I think that's a tad bit early. Dave is already on intermediates. Sure. Basson receives 10 seconds on pit entry. We have yellow flags. Lani also ninjas now. I mean, it's barely raining. So, yeah, I don't think it's time for wet time. Anyways. So, a lot of people still stay out. They've pitted again for fresh set of winters. Oh, did he just drop it? No, he's pitted for a new fresh set of winters. Terry Lodani now comes in for intermediates. I think people might as well just stay out. Yeah, I kind of figured. Somebody goes extremely deep. Yeah, to be fair, Dev Zombie, that looked not too great. Just be sure to report it. Get it out, to be fair. Ratkin now past Winsford. Winsford also in the pit lane. You know, so far I would say people are doing the right thing if staying out. Let's see. So, Andre Winsford pitted for fresh mediums. Sure. I mean, the rain is definitely not heavy enough for actual winters. Pressures are going to see some tires pop. Some 25.5. What is Andre doing? Yeah. Looks like the intermediates are quicker. The intermediates are slower than the actual slicks at the moment. So, yeah, I doubt people will actually go and pit. The current front shouldn't pit at all. We'll get some standing water now, so the interesting might be a bit quicker. But in general, I would say that the intermediates are still way better. That the slicks are currently way better than the intermediates. So the intermediate should start closing in by now. We have a bit of standing water now on track. So Andre's now doing 26s. So they're still fairly similar. But unless hell breaks loose in a second, there will be people pitting. Yeah, we have a bit of standing water now. But that won't be enough for anything for now. And yeah, it seems like Brent did the correct thing with staying out. Unless he now randomly drops it. Which is also going to put him into a prime position for the championship if he actually finishes third, because Basson is not going to move a bit up the order. Raffigan goes off the track, lets his teammate go. It gets harder and harder to drive the slicks, but the Inter's now so much quicker that Def can actually reel people in. 3.6 seconds at the start of this twisty section. Oh yeah, he's now gaining a lot per... No. He's not. He's barely still gaining anything. Ratigan is just struggling a lot. I think he might just actually get a lot... He might have a puncture with how he's driving. Fucking hell. Is Ratigan on a puncture? Oh no. The Inters are just a lot quicker by now. Yeah. Now the Inters are way quicker, but they won't catch anybody. Your boy Dev might actually catch them, but he won't be able to overtake them, will he? Is he able to make a move for the podium? I mean, he's on the podium currently anyway. Considering Pence, he might actually win the race. What the fuck is going on? Oh, God. That's not how you overtake there. Ugh. Well, he goes second. That... Oh, what the fuck? Brent goes fourth over the line. Ratigan gets disqualified! Oh my god, Ratigan didn't have a second tyre choice. Oh my god, Ratigan. That is semi-embarrassing. So, Ratigan forgot he only had one tyre compound. No way. Did he start on hards? No, he did medium hard. Why on earth did he get disqualified? What? What? Why did Ratigan get disqualified? How did Ratigan get disqualified? Well, Basson, that was an atrocious race. Anyways. Yeah. Your race wasn't great, Basson. But it is what it is. How did he get disqualified? It doesn't matter. Well, we finally get Gandalf as a race winner. I think that's actually his first race win. But yeah, the season finisher and final between Psycho and Basson is going to be interesting. And I still don't know how Retrigan does get disqualified. That's just mainly very confusing for me right now. But it looked like there's going to be a few incidents, so we'll see if there's going to be crazy position changes or not. But yeah, I this is interesting, because I would have generally said Rettigan's better half of the day, but then he just gets randomly disqualified. Great job. Yeah. See you guys next week.